All right, good morning, good morning, good morning. Can you guys hear me? Good morning, Brad. Good morning, GED. Good morning, James. How are you? Panos, good morning. Pat, how are you? All right, guys, let's get this show on the road. We have 5 minutes. CPI numbers came out, and there was a little bit of fireworks going on. The market is biased on the long side so far. I don't think we have any additional news after the CPI number. We had the tomorrow we have core PPI retail sales, so that's going to be important tomorrow. Then Thursday, preliminary consumer sentiment into that would be Friday. Unemployment claims on Thursday. So, every day we're going to have a little bit of news that's important, which is a good thing. It's adding to the volatility. Let's take a look at the broader markets and dig deeper into selling pressure coming through, and we got ourselves a push into that 72. Captain set up short on crude oil, pushing prices lower. Target number 4 in this sequence is going to be a big target at 68.95, as long as the 73.76 holds up. So that's the first thing. Russell 2000, a lot cleaner price action and a move higher to target number 3, and target number 4 is going to be 1855.9, quite a distance away. We should expect a little bit of a pullback in the market, probably at the open here. Gold, a big massive move in the past few days from March 8th onward. Really a gap up here. We're consolidating under Globex at 19.4, and pullbacks are viable into target number 5 at 19.24.5. Target number 6 is going to be 19.58.1. So that's a market on the move. We're going to see it on the daily here in a minute. So the market made a captain setup long in ES at 39.15, came and retested it, and now we're pushing off that base into target number 2 at 39.8175. Globex is at 38.97. So as long as we trade above that level, we should be looking at pullbacks as a buying opportunity. And on a daily basis, NASDAQ is made a bottom here after flushing everybody and pushing higher to the middle of the range. And the target for this rotation is going to be 12,437. Gold, that's the massive move right there. And we had a channel number 1. We broke it. And this is just very parabolic price action. I wouldn't be buying up here. I wouldn't be shorting because it's too early. You want to see a complete 1 day, 1 candle reversal. And that will set the stage for a pullback that can be viable, or a retest of 1883.9. ES, a bounce back. Now, I mean, obviously we're seeing ES is a lot weaker than NQ, just from the way the price is moving. And the next target is a retest of 4,000 on a bounce. YM, a pullback here at the open. The market just opened up here right now at 8:30. We're getting a little bit of a pullback. Pullbacks are viable. All right. Take a look at, well, I mean, That's a nice, massive, huge ass move. Bitcoin breaking target number 5. Target number 6 is 26,973.78. That's what we're dealing with here. I mean, that's just a massive, massive move. And it all started on the 10th after the market shifted the cloud and established a reversal pattern right here. And the market just continued in this channel higher. All right, guys. So what's the plan here? The market is on NQ. The 200 and the 100 are in sync on the long side. Pullbacks are viable. I mean, that's what you're just dealing with right now. We're going to give the market a little bit of time here to sort itself out. And then we're going to start looking at potential trade in the direction of the 200 NT Rinko. That's what we're going to be doing today. We're looking for a fresh move. Good morning, Gary. Good morning, Brad. Ken, good morning. KK Fun, good morning. Steven, good morning, sir. How are you? We're getting a little bit of, yeah, it's a failure right here. So potentially we can see a bit of selling pressure. You could see a lot more push here in ES than in NQ right now. That's ES is a lot weaker than NQ. Good morning, Brad. Good morning, Cow Dog. Good morning. And they're pushing. You keep pushing. The next target is 255. Yeah. Yeah, buddy. We had a good day. We had a good day. Actually, that day got better. Let me show you here if I can. Yeah, I ended up, while we're watching for this market to kind of give us something here, I ended up, so this is where we closed the room. My last trade was at 9:42. Then after that, saw a bunch of trades, took them very small. I didn't go over one contract per trade due to volatility, but we added about 900 bucks, almost a grand, in addition. So we ended up at 3 grand yesterday. Yeah, no, I'm with you, Brad. Yeah, they're not pulling back nothing here. They're straight up price action right now. So that's all right. Eventually they'll stop it and move it around. We had a captain set up long on ES at the 39.40 for a nice little run up. I'm gonna post an order and see how well. There we go. Yeah, so that's the first test. That's the first test of that move. Okay, so you got, if you're getting a pullback into the middle of the range and you're getting a railroad long, the railroad long has an entry point of one tick above the close of the first candle, and that will lead to an entry at 47.75. Same thing here in this captain setup long that the market did at 39.39 and a quarter. The entry is one tick above that at 50 after the close of that fourth candle. So it depends on the setup. On a captain setup, it's the fourth candle in which you are going uh, to place your order off of, and on a railroad, it's the first candle. It's a fast moving market for sure. Okay, so another captain set up long on. Good morning, Afrag. Good morning. Good luck. Yeah, they're the next target in this sequence is gonna be 305. Thank you, sir. morning, Gary. Steven. Here we go. Good morning, SNK. How are you, sir? Good morning, good morning. It was a good one. Was relaxing. Insightful. And refreshing. Okay, Steven, that will work. That'll work. I mean, the price action is long and it's extended. They put a six prong captain setup on ES while we're talking right here at 48.75. You're getting a continuation trade higher in ES, and the next target is 59.75. All right, they're fading this. They're fading it. They're fading it. They're fading it. Okay. We're hitting harmony zone number one. We starting to establish a channel. The good part about the price action today, it's not super crazy. So that's a good thing. The 200 NT Rinko and the 100 is out of sync. So we are in a phase that is in consolidation right now. All right, channel number two established itself. And we're breaking back into channel number one. So the market is getting walked down here. So they're walking this price action down. It's not, we don't want to be just buying anywhere. The idea here is to see a cloud shift, a break above channel number two, and a price stable so we could target 305. We pretty much have to get into a 64 price action. If we kind of fail to get into a 64, we are going to be pulling back into harmony zone number two, which is the 230 to 220 level. You go 64. Okay, I'm looking for a pullback. Yeah, we broke that channel. We put a switch trade right here. We just need a little bit of a pullback, and we could jump in on. I mean, they're putting on switch trades right here, but I want to see the market touching the middle of the range here. They're putting a captain setup on ES right now. Okay. All right, we need to establishment of another channel, and we will take a look at it then. All right, we took that one. That's okay. All right. First start. So basically what you're seeing here, synchronicity in market action. You're seeing that entry. It's basically the market came back tested, which we're looking for that, and then we got in the channel, second channel being built, and we looked for target number one. Market pulled back, and as things started to head back to target number one, I took that out. It's noisy here though, if you guys are noticing that. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . That's that one trade that we just took for 145. And moving on to the next decision. Yeah, they're putting a lot of captain setups. You see that? Captain setup short, captain setup short, you know, against this channel. So really, you got to be very careful here. And you got to watch out for that 260 to 255 area or zone that needs to hold. And considering the market just went parabolic here, you should expect a bit of back and fill, a little bit of noise that you're seeing right here. Target number 2 is hit. Yeah, that 260 to 250. That's a zone that the market got to protect. $270. So you should be getting to 280 here. Let's see. Yep, there you go. See how they tested that and ran it up? That's solid. Go another rotation. Target number 3 in the sequence is 295. The trend target is going to be 305. ES. Target number 3, we're coming up on that, is 39.61 and a quarter. Just you gotta be careful here. We hit target number 2 twice, and we're fading off of that level. So you just gotta be careful. You know, as long as we continue to protect 39.48, we are looking at target number 3 at that 61 and a quarter. NQ has to protect 242. That would be a captain setup short on the 100 if we violate that level. There could be a potential pullback right now between 70 and 60. The way the market is behaving here. So just be careful. Yeah, here you go. I mean, if they close that candle, we may get a bit of a break. If that is. ES is back up to that target number 2, and they're fading it. What is that, like the third time? Failing that captain setup, and you're gonna get that push in that 70-60 area. There you go. You could tell that the market was getting tired up here. It's just not a good enough reason for me to go short. I need a whole lot more from the market before I start going short. I mean, one big reason would be a captain setup at that 42. That could be one. The beginning of it would be a close of 53 and a half. If we break that level, you may get start a sequence of events that would lead to that. Yeah, see that? They came and tested it. Let's see how well they hold it. Captain set up short on the 30 NT Rinko. Good morning, Sheila. How are you? Safe, good morning. Here it comes. They put a test and a switch trade and pushed. And you see how that level on ES just kind of held on, and that just showed a little bit of weakness here. So the 53, yeah, I mean, that's where we're right there. E definitely, I don't know if you guys are noticing that, but you know, ES is a lot weaker than NQ. All right, so now we're building a channel, and that channel is on the downside. Telling you that 40, 241, 242 close, that would be an important event for today. But that doesn't mean automatically I go short, especially lately. I would like to start seeing a signal on the 20 NT Rinko, and then we'll take a shot. So channel number 2 established. I mean, if this candle closes down, I mean, I could take a shot at it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gonna get out of that one. So we broke that. We broke that channel. Yeah, I don't want to be in that trade if we break that channel. A follow through would have been simply a continuation of that push lower. Okay. Yeah, I mean, if you break that 54, that'll be an issue. There you go. Yeah, 54. 54 is going to be a big deal. So you're getting a lot of this lower high business that the market is doing. A lot of congested price action. Yeah. Now you're getting a lot of noise here, guys. A lot of noise. So I'm gonna under trade this area, and I'm gonna look for a couple of things. One of them, either you break below 54, or you're gonna just punch back up to that target of 305. Here you go. Looks like the 305 is what's coming. All right, guys. So let's see here. I mean, they're walking it to that target. I mean, that's basically what they're doing. I mean, look at that. That's just noisy. Wow. I mean, that harmony zone test number one and the channel number two of that sequence is where that spot to buy, but just an extended market, and we left it alone. Now 309 is coming up. 305 actually, 305, 309. Mm. Okay, so that got hit. The 305, 309 got hit. Now where's the next target? Next target is 330. That's where the market is heading to. Target number 3 is 321 half. So you're going to get there, then you're going to get to the 330 level. $21 coming up. Here it comes, 20s coming up. Then after that, we're going to be hitting the 29s. All right, target number 3, it got a hit on that sequence. And 30s are coming up. Good morning, Adam. How are you? Brian. Yeah. Yeah, you lost that hour, right? Yeah, Brad, I saw your email that you said you sent me. So, what is the tone of the market right now? I mean, the tone of the market is a slow grind after the news, and it's a grind upward, and the pullbacks are getting bought. I mean, that's just the personality so far. So, I need to be inclined toward the long side than the short side. That's the first thing. And second thing, just need a decent pullback so we could participate. Okay. So what we got going on here? What we got going on is slow grind, back and forth. Really, not much going on. I mean, a point. I mean, if you start breaking anything under 300, then we may get a bit of a stronger pullback. Slow action day, guys. Slow action. Like that, there's part of me that wants to fade this market, really, and it's just I gotta slap that person around a little bit, wake him up, because we don't have a fading environment right now. We have a trending environment, so I gotta just make sure I self-talk myself into some sense here. How is ES doing? So ES, I mean, she's doing similar things. Next target is we're almost there, and that target is 66. All right, so if we break below 305, that will set up a captain set up short on the 50 NT Rinko, and that will set us up on a trajectory of a little bit of a pullback. That's what we're dealing with here. Then the next place will be 98, and then you'll get a rotation that could retest harmony zone number 1. And maybe that will flush out some of the longs and gives us an opportunity to get back in on the long side in a better than this type of price action that we're seeing here. So that's just one combination of events that could be happening. Right now, a lot of people would look at this and say this is a bullish flag that should resolve itself higher. Yeah, so a break above that right here will lead to a breakout. Come on. Automated systems. Must do. It's a grinder. It's a grinder long. That's just and you're not it's not one of those market which is giving you a lot of momentum. I mean, obviously the news early on had an impact, and now you're just grinding higher and higher in a very slow manner. We're coming up on that target, the 330 target. Yeah, I may need to do just a bunch of push-ups and pull-ups, and just to kind of feel like I'm alive in this market. It is slow. Wow. All right, the 305. I mean, you break the 305. That's still valid, by the way. And you had a captain set up on the 40 NT Rinko short at 312. You hit target number 3 on ES. So you break 305. That may set the stage for selling pressure. When we say selling pressure, we're looking for a selling pressure that's going to get us to, a potential pullback that we can buy. Where would we say the market is really ready for a short or at least a bit of a fade? Is 229. It's quite a distance away. But they have to cover that territory. Here you go. That captain setup on the 50 NT Rinko really pushed it. Well, that's good. I mean, we need a little bit of a shake here in the market so we could find a spot to play this game today. You would think we should be rallying back up a little bit here, and that would be the test. If we get to that 05 to 10 and then fail and make a lower high and test it again and make another lower high, then that you know that this structure right here is ready for you know, a little bit more of a significant pullback. Here you go, a potential captain setup switch trade on ES, and that is going to lend itself to a push if that happens. Here we go, channel number 1 established itself. Let's see how that push is gonna end up being handled by the shorts and the longs. That was a captain setup switch trade on ES, and that got us from 60 to 62.75 so far. All right, so now we have an inflection point, and that inflection point is going to be the 92 half, 93 half to be exact. If we break below that level, then you got yourself a captain setup switch trade short on the 50 NT-Rinko. If we start breaking anything above 16, then you're gonna have, you know, a potential push to that high again and a retest of it. So that kind of negates that idea of a captain setup switch trade. Okay, that's interesting. That's establishing channel number 2. So you're most likely going to be getting, now that 13 half is going to be an important level. Now we're giving the market a little bit of time today because just the way things kind of materialized. The first 15-20 minutes of the market, we ran huge, pulled back, then grinded higher, and we set the tone for the day here. So I would know if we break that 93 half that I have a couple of spots in which I can get short with a bit of protection to the upside. And if we fail to do that, then, you know, just, yeah. Okay. Yep. Okay, where's everybody at so far today? At 465, Brad. KK is green. Stop trading to keep it. That's good. Pat is green. No trades yet for Jose. What else? Adam, how is Adam doing? James, how is James doing? Ken, Panos, how are we doing? Gary, Sheila. Okay. GED green, good deal. iFrag, no trades. Okay. Yeah, just things just kind of grinded and slowed down. That kind of market tends to suck people in on the short side and just blow them up. That's the kind of personality that you're seeing in this type of market right now. So you really have to wait for these pullbacks to be, you know, as a buying opportunity first, and second, um, can avoid the short side till it becomes, a lot clearer picture. What would make this market uh, more inclined toward the short? If you see that big move down to 230, or at least, yeah, I mean that has to happen. I mean, on ES, the market made a captain setup switch trade long with an entry of 50 of 60, and we're talking about it, and it got to 63.75, pulled back, gave me another switch trade, another switch trade. So that's just a grindy price action, but that's formation was a good formation to the upside. Well, that's an interesting proposition, Brad. I really like it, and I hope people look at that one in the chat and maybe implement that one. So you're saying you're taking the liquidation amount on your Apex account, whatever that amount, and divided by 3, and that's your daily stop. So if you get stopped out in one day, then you cut your size the second day so you could give yourself more room, which means more days, or you're just keeping it 3 days in a row, and that will take you out of that. Does that include any calculation for the threshold? But isn't that amount impacted by the threshold as well? So do you factor the threshold in that calculation? Okay. Okay, okay, okay. Now, now it's a little bit clearer. Okay, no, that makes a lot of sense. I just, it helps you to manage risk and manage your emotions at the same way, and I like it. Thank you for sharing. Kind of prevents the trader from going all in and kind of blowing up one Apex account after the other, trying to chase the evaluation being completed. It just keeps you disciplined, and you could use, because ultimately once you pass the PA, I mean the eval, y- that's when the real work will start. It's real money at that point, and you really have to have a structure that will manage risk and manage emotions. And if you're constantly going all in trying to pass the eval, and you try to do it with your PA, you find yourself in square one quite often. So that means, as a trader, you really have to refine your process, and that's a good way to do it. I like it. So, how do you divide your trades, though? Like, okay, so what's the if you only can lose $700? Are you trading micro? Are you trading uh, the minis? And how many contracts are you playing with? Okay, so I mean, obviously they broke that channel right here, and give us a railroad long at 20, pushed it up to target number 2, and they're pulling it back. Yeah, if you're flower, you trade micro. Okay. Well, if you don't mind, you shared your P&L with me. I mean, I don't know if you feel comfortable sharing it with everybody, because I think a lot of people will see that idea in progress, and how it's stable. Because that's when I looked at the email that you sent me. The first thing that struck me is how stable your P&L is. Yeah, I can show it to everybody. Yeah, here you go. I had to get your permission. Download. Here we go. All right. So this is Brad's P&L. Give me permission to share it with you guys. And what size account is that, Brad? I'm assuming it's, you said 100,000, right? Okay, that's right. So your target is what? Your target is what? 6 grand. 6 grand. Yeah, you're almost there, buddy. You're about less than a couple of $100 away. But what I'm seeing here is sequence of winning days, and you have your stop out days. I mean, which is fine. It's nothing. You're not gonna have every single day positive. That's fine. You're not too far. You're not too far. But you know what? When I see something like that, my impulse is, it's just only a matter of time, because you're not taking any oversized risk that will blow you out. Because that is the killer of all these accounts, is you have like a day like that and you're trying to make it back, and you size up to make it back, and you end up just boom, gone. Okay, so you're not doing that. You're just literally taking those days and cutting your risk by cutting your size and your risk size, the amount of contracts and the risk size. So when you're doing good, you're still trading more money, and when you hit a stumbling block, you're cutting your profile to adjust for that risk, so you could get out of it. So your drops are shallower that way, which is really good to see. But that's what consistency is. That's what discipline is. And a trader that shows this type of pattern, it's just a matter of time before they succeed. Just a simple math. It's really simple math. But good job, bud. Congratulations. Yeah, and that's gonna happen. It's like nobody figures this out first time around anyway. I mean, you keep doing it and doing it and doing it till you refine your process to the point where it's a solid process, repeatable, and you're managing your emotions. You're managing risk by you managing your emotions. Well, I would say, Brad, you're closer than you think. And if you keep doing that same behavior, it yeah, I appreciate that, Brad. I had my moments as well, but over time, you learn in trading. You learn the hard way. I don't think anybody learns the easy way. Our next target is 355. Yeah, I mean, if they put a captain set up short here, we should expect a little bit of a pullback in price action. 16 is an important level that we need to protect. 16.5. Take care, Brian. I'd like to jump in on something, but it's just thing is such a grind, and I mean they're showing a trend, and we are showing a channel here. So if that candle closes lower, that'll be a switch trade, and you'll push back to the 26, and then you could take a look at a bounce, and or if that structure fails, then you're testing harmony zone number 1. And we can look for that pullback as a buying opportunity. That's interesting. ES is switch trading here, and you're going to get another switch trade here in NQ. So that's going to push the market lower right now into potentially that 33.29 area. Yeah, I'm looking at any pullback as a buying opportunity. But we have to have the pullback, right? Yeah, like, they're putting a captain setup now. Hey, Khaled, good morning. All right, let's see what they want to do here. Because you break anything under that 38 level, you're going to get a flush because of that captain setup that's long that was there. So a market that's pushing under 39.65 in ES and a market that pushing under 38 on NQ is going to lead to a push into the 30s. And that will be a test of this price action. Again, we're looking for these pullbacks as a buying opportunity till proven otherwise. Here you go, a switch trade right here. If that closes, ES is punching toward that 65. And we should see a push lower here. We're going to evaluate that push for an entry long. And the idea here is if we break that 37, see immediately people come in buying. They really like these prices. Okay, but I just need a little bit of a deeper pullback in order for me to participate. I'm not going to buy at these extended prices. There you go. A push in ES and a potential flush in NQ. But you have to break that 39, 38. Another potential switch trade right here. That's good. We should see a push lower now. I'll be surprised if they put two captain setups in a row right next to each other here. Possible. But I'm expecting a bit of a push lower. We could be testing the 30 to the 25 here momentarily. All right, guys. So far, we made like two decisions today. Like literally two decisions, and once the markets got quiet, we got quiet with it. Let's take a look here. It's channel number 2. So now we have this pivot point right here at 31, where the market needs to break in order for us to get any meaningful pullback. So we had two decisions. We are basically flat for the day. One long, one short, one contract each. And we are basically just paid a little bit of commission, negative $83. And that's where we at. Yesterday we made $3,000. So we're close to equity high. We're $83 from equity high. That's where we at. So we went through a period of like 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, where we took a little bit of a drawdown, and we had like some days were ugly actually, like this one day here. We're negative 6,500, and we ended up coming back to negative 1,200. Came back from that, another day, down day, and then we just kept it small, recovered from that one, kept it small here, kept it small here, and then you have a good day like that, and it irons out your equity curve, so it stays on that trajectory. And at the beginning of the year, man, we were just like, we could not make a mistake. I mean, we were literally 22 sessions in a row profitable, and that gave us that push in the first month and a half, and now we're at equity high. So that's what's going on there. So a day like this, I'm gonna do the following. I'm gonna take a long break, and that last hour of the day, I want to see what kind of price action we are gonna get. Are we gonna have a break? Are we gonna have a pullback? How is that pullback gonna get handled? Are we getting more momentum and price structure? Okay, so it's spending we're spending about 10 minutes in 5 to 10 minutes in a candle, one candle, 120 NT wrinkle candle. Now that tells me that the personality is quiet but bullish and grindy, which means it's very, very frustrating for the shorts. The shorts would be very frustrated in this environment, because they're trying to average into these positions as the market run up, and the average is not working, and it's slow grind up. So that typically is an environment that would be a challenge for the short. So I don't want to get short in this environment. I want to see the break and the retest of the break if it happens, and then I will explore that idea. And it will be very beneficial for people not to get in front of this trend trying to pick the tops of markets, because things like that will all of a sudden will start bursting upward, and it's a harder one to try to navigate if you're a short. People see upward momentum like that and say, oh, it's overextended. Cannot go any higher. Well, we've seen markets where this continues for another 10 candles on the 20 NT on the 200 NT wrinkle. So they can go higher. Okay, So where would be an initial or or an area where I'm going to be very, like, I'll be interested in at least exploring the short if you break this trend by trading under 280. So meaning all this structure right here and harmony zone number one, harmony zone number one are taken out. And once you take those two out, you're taking out that 80 just down there. And that will set the stage to where rallies can struggle, and then the shorts can come in there with more force and more stability. First signs that some of this stuff is starting to happen if you start breaking this channel that we are in, and we're at the border of it, and start breaking the 25. That will give me the first clue that this market is starting to wind down a little bit. And it's a patience game. Like, there's no sense in trying to push it. There's no sense in trying to get in front of it. So be patient with this market. And what a difference between what happened yesterday, what happened this morning, and what's happening right now. Crazy market yesterday. Today is watching paint dry. All right, guys, that's it for me right now. It's 11 o'clock, and we will do this again. You guys have a blessed day. Another day.